Olá aqui o pessoal.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep. I prepared some breakfast today. Well, now that I've and Paimon bets they're on. Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night. Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't. Oh, ahem. We're going to hold as heroes of Sumeru. Please be sure to attend. Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and oh, you. Anyway, let's go before you leave.
Good morning. How do you feel?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for...
Well, from the looks of it...
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my...
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else...
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still...
By the way, we have some good... Huh? You mean he was...
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me if...
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No,
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't...
Perhaps, or... Oh.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a cel... You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to...
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. You see, some VIPs have come to the
Huh?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned...
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that As a result, work has increased for the
That sounds really...
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic.
Ah, right! We're here to request...
You've recovered well.
Yay!
Ok, vamos teleportar lá para a cidade. Aqui embaixo.
Well, there won't be any problems if the...
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here.
Is a simple reply really...
Oh, it'll be fine.
I was thinking... Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon! Got your letters, so here we are! You're the best! The other guests haven't even Huh? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's gift because Paimon
That's right. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could.
Ooh, good idea.
There's always a lot going on at the...
Yeah. Traveler and Paimon, could you help if for some reason they didn't receive...
Yeah, we can also check it...
As for sight, I'm not too sure about as for Dune.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
A gente tem que ver se o pessoal recebeu as...
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Listen. Hey there. Have you seen Alhaitham or...
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able, but you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strict...
Ah, I see.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But...
Just put down that worthless book and tell.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside.
Oh?
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you...
Well, I almost became a saint.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances...
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you...
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that...
Ha! What was...
Well, then you might as well move out.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new... Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your
Don't get me started.
So, what great building did our master—
Like I need to tell you. Keep your—
No, I think we deserve to know.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by—
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many—
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Hey,
Oh, it's you two.
we're running some errands for Nilu.
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone— I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only
Have you always been so busy?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Academia was practically turned—
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia forest. Apparently—
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yes, at least it's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching them— Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the school— Among the 6 great sages, there is— Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they—
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected—
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusan—
Huh?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like—
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find other—
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take off. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's—
By the way, who was that other person?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative, which is exactly why he always has so many—
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration.
All right.
Tá. Vamos procurar outra pessoa agora.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinyarzad! It's been so
I'm doing well. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right.
Why do you...
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not. When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recover.
So what are you gonna do now?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But...
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan, I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that. But the whole thing also made...
Well, I remember a friend has...
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
we just came from talking with the...
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and All Hatham told me that now was a good time.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
Ugh, forget about it. All Hatham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might have... Because you're super...
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as... In fact, I chose this job.
Even if being a mercenary means...
A lion has to return to the wild.
I don't want to see you go.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll... Once the whole Dendro Archon, but a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me.
Huh?
Well, no, not...
So,
Oh, didn't he...
She heard that you were...
Huh. It was my lady has been very...
Right, and we...
So what it really sounds like is that...
I bet the
No wonder there was...
sorry.
It must be something important for Neil.
Yes, she's...
Great!
Count me in too. But is there some sort of...
Since it's being
All right, then...
The feast will be held in 2 days.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh, but...
The General Mahama...
Oh.
But last time we met, As for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had some... Don't mention it.
Ok, vamos na vila, né?
It's been a while since we last visited our... Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tainaria...
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment.
And Tainaria...
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought...
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive.
But why are you just...
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. But you know one of the people I'm meeting is...
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Roman! And... Huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know...
Oh, what?
Don't worry, these are...
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here.
Oh,
Yeah, you...
All right, well, I've decided to leave the...
What?
It's not that I've given up on being... I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but...
I can...
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here.
Wow, so you want to become...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach... She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration...
Yes, that is the true meaning.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night.
Oh, please, where's all of the...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts. Sitaria, why haven't you gone home? Never.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me...
Lord Sino helped me obtain. My plan was able to go smooth.
You're all doing so much for—
Aside from that, I also have some...
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach. We must be persistent about this, and
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Enough about us. Are you here?
No, not at all. We're actually— Neither wanted to write to everyone. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating, although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been
Celebration? It's the first I've heard of.
Tainari was right. He really—
This feast is for you.
It's rare to see that kind of—
No, not really.
Well, I still have a lot to hand.
I'm afraid I won't. The messages. I'm sorry for you and the art you symbolize. And please keep dancing. And someday...
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as a—
Got it.
Aqui a gente vai ter que adiantar 2 dias, né? Ok, vamos voltar lá pro banquete.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that—
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speech.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even...
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and—
Everything looks quite good.
Wow. Paimon— Whoa.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and
feels kinda nice.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
My lady
And I'm happy to meet everyone that—
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really—
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and...
That's how I remember it.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan, and moreover, judging from the results.
Yeah. It was almost like everyone played their part.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord...
Yes! Even after being abandoned and... Lesser Lord Kus... This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No,
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali...
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his...
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person here...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motive.
I did have my own motive, but it had... If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be...
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe?
Precisely.
Wait, is that...
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those...
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed...
That's right.
Will you be happy with it?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay?
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I seldom participate in such lively No, the Grand Bazaar... That Oh well.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
Well, how is it? Are you enjoying... It's the first time I've... You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. I can't explain why.
My lady.
Yes, I also tried some fruit. Just what an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy, Nilu.
Hey, less of that.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put... Of course, just wait. It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to... Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, although you've already helped me with a lot. Please say thank you to everyone. But what if I end up scaring... said I
louco.
should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the... Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just a... It's me. Huh?
Hold up, what?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar.
No, of course not. Are you?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I...
Yes. I already know every one of you.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all... Thank you so much for rescuing me. Even if that meant placing your own safety in peril. Without you, without any of you, had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumer people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also... Please, allow me to present...
Lesser Lord...
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endure...
You don't need to be so ceremonious.
This is how the relationship...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really...
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. All right. Since you're awake now, she should be in the academy. Hello, Travel. What a fantastic night. So are we. And then, is there anything you want? Are you sure? Huh? While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information? This is true in your case. Irminsul, however, there must be something different about your brother. Because as it turns... What? There's only one possible explanation. He... But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat? According to the records I was able to... After the Conrad disaster, he began his journey. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion... What do you mean, Fuzzy? All I know for sure is that and whoever it is. But... Something else I noticed was... What's a Look, I'm sure a very important part of Traveler, you, are Teyvat's fourth Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler? And that's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was as for the other descenders. I still... Paimon! And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have... There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time, and soon, I'm very interested in your feat. If fate is the ultimate, I'm unsure. The pleasure is all mine. Alright,
Então, ali concluímos aí a missão do arconte. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa aquele like, se inscreva no canal caso você não seja inscrito. Vídeo todos os dias. Ative aí o sininho das notificações para você receber a notificação dos vídeos. E a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Valeu, falou e fui!